In recent years, the whole digital products versus services has been a debate for so long, and a lot of people have different takes in the manner. Whether it's explaining their origins or how they compare and contrast, every digital marketer seems to have an opinion about this particular topic. But I'm here to tell you everything you need to know about it. My name is Cecco, and I help you become a high-paid infopreneur by sharing my 12-year knowledge and experience helping professionals and small business owners create their personal brand online and sell information products and services. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you subscribe right now and turn the notification on. If you tap on the like button, you will contribute to spreading my message to people like you. So, thank you. Okay, let's get right down to it. First and foremost, what are digital products? A digital product is something that we can buy online that doesn't have a physical form. For example, if you go to iTunes, you can purchase songs, but they obviously don't have a physical form, which is a direct contrast to the old days of buying CDs or vinyl to listen to music. It can also be applied to buying ebooks, online courses, a membership, among many other things that could work as potential examples. As you can imagine, digital products are a direct result from the rise of the internet and the impact that it has had in our everyday life. Nowadays, there are a lot of goods that you can buy in the internet that simply don't have a physical form, but it can be or great use or fun for you, and it is obviously a lot more accessible to get than a product that needs to be present for you to own it. It also has its downsides in the sense that since you don't own a physical copy, it can be lost if you don't save it, or it can be taken from you. This is a natural consequence of this approach to buying products. You also have to take into account digital touchpoints, which is the way that you can access certain digital products. For example, in a way, a social media platform like Twitter can be viewed as a product and it can be accessed through a laptop or through an app in your phone, with the latter being a touch point that allows said access. This is a natural progression of how much the internet has grown and developed over the years. Sure, you had digital products back in the 90s when the internet was starting to become a thing, but nowhere near today's level, and that plays a big role as to how people are becoming more and more connected to this trend. Put it like this: a digital product is something that you can buy and own, but don't touch. What are digital services? This is pretty much in line with what you consider regular services to be. You pay to get a specific action in return. For example, since the birth of the internet, freelancers have become more and more in demand due to the capacity to offer services in any part of the world. So, if you need an article written about a specific topic, for example, you could very much pay someone online to do it, and that is, in a nutshell, the nature of digital services. Also, it can be viewed in a different way. We could say that digital service is an investment of time and effort. You are paying someone to provide time, effort, and their own set of skills to help you with a particular situation. This is a very direct way to see what digital services are. One of the greatest benefits of the internet to society has been the capacity to connect. So now you can be in Sweden and you can hire someone from Denmark to do a job for you without never seeing each other face to face. That opens up the possibility for a lot of more jobs opportunities, a lot more businesses to start, and a lot more positive relationships to be built. Digital services are a natural evolution of the work environment, and they have a lot to offer in that regard. How do these two stack up? If we are straightforward about it, we can say that a digital product is something you own, and that a service is something you rent for a specific situation. Now, you can rent a product that is done in a lot of different platforms online, but it is an exception rather than the rule, while services are always meant to be temporary. This means that you cannot own someone who provides a digital service. You may give them a contract, but even contracts have an expiration date. That is a very clear difference. Plus the fact that products on a digital scale are not the same as the traditional ones because they can't be shown in a physical manner, while services are always intangible. That is a key factor to consider, and that work has both a similarity and as a difference when you think about it. How to know which one suits you better as a product? Well, before we get to that point, there is one tip that I have that can help you with that. Subscribe and follow my YouTube channel. It might be viewed as a shameless promotion, but hear me out. I have worked in digital marketing for 12 years, and I have been there. I have done it and I have learned a lot through my success, my failures, and all the different experiences that come with working in the world of digital marketing. I know what it is like to be a starter in a new discipline, and I'm here to tell you that you can fulfill the potential that you always wanted. There is a lot of free content out there, but not enough expertise when it comes to this area, which is why I'm here to help you, offering my knowledge and experience for free, so you can have a level of knowledge that can help you to achieve the success that you desire. I know how hard it is to begin, but trust me when I say that you can have the business that you always wanted, you can have the life that you always wanted, and you have the capacity and the potential to achieve said goals. It all starts with you and your desire for learning. Are you ready? Then subscribe to my channel and begin your adventure. Let's keep going. Which one is better suited for you? This may sound like a cop-out, but the reality is that it depends greatly on your skills and knowledge. For example, if you are a very good writer, you could very well have a successful career offering services of freelance writing. So, digital services could be the way to go in that particular regard. On the other hand, you may be very good at talking and engaging with people. So you can have a natural predisposition to selling digital products because it makes a better use of your abilities. Again, it all depends on what you're good at and how you can adapt to the demands of every position. But there is a lot of intrinsic value to both of them, and they can prove to be more beneficial for your success than any other approach. It is very important that you can learn a lot of the elements that make these categories work and understand what is demanded by them in order to succeed. That's why you need to be constantly learning in order to grow and develop into the best version of yourself on a both personal and professional level. It all starts and ends with you. With that said, if you want to start creating your first digital product, I recommend watching this video. 5 step-by-step process to create successful digital products for beginners. I want to guide you to choose the right tools, make the perfect offer, and structure your digital course in such a way that your target audience will perceive it as the best and ideally the unique choice they have to learn that specific topic. So, watch it now!